Every day, the internet blesses us with a little piece of pop culture that we either didn't know we needed or wish we could unsee. From botched statues,
who is that guy,
to failed speeches,
Patience, where are you, girl?
And whatever in the world this is.
I'm gonna keep it honest, I will Selena Gomez. Like,
social experiments people will willingly take part in, celebrities being celebrities, and a whole bunch of other ridiculous things you could have never even imagined until you see it with your own eyes.
You know, I don't have to tell you guys. You guys know.
Welcome to the internet. And I'll be honest, you're probably going to want to log off right after you watch this video because this is going to be more than enough internet for one day. But let's get into it, shall we? Starting with what I think has to be my favorite video of all time. Dwayne Wade getting his statue revealed, and this is his reaction.
Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
Yeah, this footage is very blurry for some reason, but now let me play you the actual, like, reveal, which, again, this is literally my favorite video to ever exist. Yo, what is this? Like, really, what is this? The thing that's so crazy about this is that he's getting a statue made for him. Like, this is supposed to be like an amazing, incredible, once in a lifetime opportunity, and like it's supposed to be very exciting, but just like can't even imagine being him, and you're like, this is crazy, like I'm getting a statue made for me, and then this is what it looks like, and you're getting it revealed to you in front of all these people, and you're just like,
who is that guy?
this person said looks nothing like him. Why did they do him like this? He couldn't even look at it. And yeah, he really was like, even these people, you can see these people that are just like in the crowd, I guess. They look like they might be famous. I don't know who they are. But even they're like, oh no. I'm laughing, but it's actually like really messed up that they messed it up that badly. Someone posted this video and they were like, they tried to replicate this, which I don't watch basketball, but this is, I guess, like a big moment in his career, so let's watch the video.
Wade puts it up for the win! Yeah, baby! He did it! He did it! Dwayne Wade with the steal and the game winner!
So yeah, clearly like this part where he's celebrating, that's I guess the moment or the picture they were trying to replicate, and yeah, they screwed up. I mean, it's not even close. It's really not. And this person said when you try to act happy about your gift and look at him, he's just like hands folded. He's like, I can't believe it. Like, imagine what is going through his head right now. He's like, they cannot be serious, but they are. This is my statue. Like, just like, you can't even make this up. It's so crazy. Okay, now speaking of cringe, next we have this painful clip that I actually can't believe I'm about to watch again, but I will do it for you guys. So let's watch it together.
1 second, guys. 1 second.
Like, I'm already cringing so bad, and like I wish the video just ended here, but there's so much more.
Okay, so I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys, I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment this whole life, my whole life. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here.
I feel like she's saying like she needs patience and she's like calling out for patience, but in her mind she's like, patience is whoever is messing up the teleprompter right now. This is too much. And okay, look at the people in the back, because there's a crowd of people. Like, we're watching this on the internet, but there's a crowd of people. She did this at a rally where there's tons of people. So look at the people in the background. It's so funny to me to see how they're like, what's going on? Like, this is so awkward. This guy on the left even like looks at his shoes. He's just like, what is going on?
Hold on. How you guys doing tonight? Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, clearly she went, that video was over a minute long. She went over a minute of just not knowing what the heck to say because the teleprompter wasn't working. I feel like she started to figure out at the end, like, okay, I can like say something, like greet this crowd. Like, she's like, oh, like, how are you guys doing? After like 45 seconds of just silence. And then of course, many people were commenting harsh things about her because of this. But I feel like this last one is like the most accurate, or like the biggest point. The fact she couldn't even improvise and talk about the state of America or why people should vote for Kamala is very telling. It's true. Like, she could have said so many things in over a minute, and she only thought about it in the last like 10 seconds, like, oh, I should probably say something, like, are we ready to like make history? I'll give her some grace. She kind of saved it at the end, sorta. But that was a long time of just silence and not knowing what the heck to say, and it's like, what are you even doing here, girl? Oh, looks like we have breaking news. Let's see what this could be. Oh, it looks like it's a post from Katy Perry. She says, "Welp, I just updated my font size on my phone. Hashtag this is 40. I'm so glad that she updated us. I was wondering when she was gonna do this, actually. Obviously kidding, but like, I just love how out of touch celebrities are sometimes, and like the fact that she felt the need to update the world, which by the way, 67 million people viewed this tweet and just have 192,000 likes. That's a lot. But still, the fact that celebrities feel the need to make an update like this, when this is something that like us normal people would just do and then not tell anyone about, especially not like make a tweet and like broadcast it to the world, the internet. I just can't deal. Anyway, speaking of out of touch celebrities, next we have this tweet from someone who said, thinking about Kylie giving Stormy a $12,000 Hermes backpack for her first day of homeschooling. Not just school in general, but homeschool. It's so out of touch. And I know people come to Kylie's defense and like just celebrities in general, and they're like, what are they supposed to do? Like, that amount of money is like $100 to a normal person. And yes, but we can still laugh about it. It's still incredibly out of touch and like hilarious that I don't even know how old she is in this picture, like 3, and she's wearing a backpack to homeschool that costs more than some people's cars. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And here we have even more ridiculous news. Just a couple days ago, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fought each other, which is kind of a big deal. Mike Tyson is like one of the greatest boxers of our generation, and Jake Paul is not. But this fight was a big deal. So you can see the stats right here. There were 60 million viewers on Netflix, 70,000 crowd of people at AT&T Stadium in Texas, I believe, and an $18 million gate ticket sales revenue. And someone even tweeted that DoorDash saw a higher food delivery volume surge during Paul versus Tyson than the Super Bowl. It's like hard to even compute in my brain, but yeah, well promoted fight. Indeed. So millions and millions of people watching this. This was streamed live on Netflix, which I think was the first time they've ever like streamed a fight live like this on Netflix. This was a big deal, but Netflix kind of messed up because this is how the stream looked for so many people that were watching. So this says, OMG, did you see what just happened at Mike Tyson for Jake Paul's fight? And then Netflix, it's just like... And I can attest to this because I was watching this fight and it really was buffering, pausing, freezing. Like, it was so annoying to try and watch this fight. This one says, raise your hand if Netflix is buffering, freezing, or dropping. 1.5 million views. This was happening to a lot of people. This one says, Netflix telling me to check my internet speed knowing full well it's an issue on their end. And they really were trying to gaslight everyone by being like, check your internet connection, like we're having problems connecting you right now. And it's like, no, it's not an issue on my end. It's your end. It was just like a major fail on Netflix's part. But eventually the fight did happen. I'm not going to show any of the fight on here because I don't want to get copyrighted, but I did feel like I need to show some of the like pre-fight moments because we got some interesting clips out of this. Like this moment that they broadcast live on stream. Yeah, that is Mike Tyson's full bare bottom. And like, I don't even know or understand why or how they broadcast this. Like, what happened? I feel like someone was supposed to like pan out or like cut away. I don't know what happened here, but he was just like having a moment with his, I'm pretty sure his son too, and then like turned around and then they just like keep filming it, broadcast it to everyone. It was like the craziest thing ever. But this is the funniest part, seeing Jake Paul's live reaction to it. He's really like trying so hard not to laugh. And then Logan Paul in the back, he's just like, damn. But yeah, that is crazy. Like, I don't know why that was broadcast live to everyone. That's so funny. Okay, and then before Mike Tyson literally flashed everyone, this was a clip that was floating around, which was posted by Mike Tyson. It says, ready for Jake's wake. But I just wanted to show this sick jacket that he's wearing that says Iron Mike Tyson. Like, it's not even my name on the jacket, and I want that jacket just because it looks cool. And this tweet got 37 million views, 735,000 likes. So looks like lots of us are in agreement. Might be more impressive than the fight itself. Who knows? And of course, apparently, Jake Paul's outfit, which is just shorts, cost $1 million or was worth $1 million because it featured 380 carats of diamonds. When I saw this, like I was watching this live and they said it on the broadcast, I literally rolled my eyes. I'm just like, of course it is. It's Jake Paul. But I mean, I'm sure Mike Tyson's jacket wasn't cheap either. I literally said when we were watching, I'm sure that was like $100,000, which maybe more. If Jake Paul got shorts worth $1 million, who knows how much that jacket is worth. And then this is also kind of interesting. They showed these $2 million seats at the Paul Tyson fight, which I mean, they're great seats, but I don't know who in their right mind is paying for those. But it's interesting. And eventually the fight did go, it actually went a full 8 rounds and Jake Paul won, which I'm pretty sure nobody was surprised by, maybe disappointed by, but not surprised by, because Jake Paul is 27 years old and arguably, or maybe like obviously in his physical prime right now, whereas Mike Tyson, even though he's still in incredible shape, he's very much not in his prime. He is 58 years old. And I can't remember where I saw it or read it, but I'm pretty sure I read that Mike Tyson was like semi-retired before Jake Paul was even born, which just kind of gives you like a little bit of perspective as to like the age difference here. And I did actually find this clip to support that claim. It's just kind of funny. So Jake Paul at 16, he's literally doing like some weird interpretive dance in his bedroom. And then here's Mike Tyson at 16. And it's just like this insane boxer. Like, it's kind of wild. And that's real. So yeah, many people just thought that this fight was like a joke and would have been crazy for Jake Paul to lose. Like, it was obvious that he was going to win. Some people even were going as far as to say it was like scripted and fake and staged, which I don't know about all that. I don't know how they would have like faked it, but it could be. You never know. I just know that when I think of Jake Paul, I still just think of this. So it's kind of hard for me to take any of this seriously. But honestly, the memes that came out of this were so funny too. I feel like that's worth it in itself. This one says how Mike Tyson feels being 58 and not getting knocked on his back once. He literally didn't get knocked down, or like, I don't even think he really stumbled at all. Like, I could be wrong. I wasn't watching the fight that close. This one says Jake Paul defeats Mike Tyson, and then the Mike Tyson in question. It's like this old snail from SpongeBob. Oh my goodness, this one. Breaking, Jake Paul has challenged world's oldest man, age 157, to a boxing match after beating Mike Tyson, age 58. There were so many memes like this that were like, Jake Paul's next opponent has been announced, and then it's like a 90-year-old woman or like someone like super weak, you know? I think I even saw one that was like a fetus or something. I don't know how people think of these things. And then another piece of little tea for you guys. This is Dana White, who is the president and CEO of the UFC, and he, I guess, was talking to Mike Tyson because they must be friends or something about this fight and how he was like nervous for him because of how old he is. And so this is what he said about the fight.
Mike Tyson was right and I was wrong. I told him, Mike, you're basically 60 years old. And he's like, you honestly think this fucking kid's going to do anything to me? He's not good. He's not going to fucking knock me out. He's not going to do this. And you saw him. He tripped when he was walking down the thing. He had a hard time walking up the stairs. He had a knee brace on. And Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. Jake Paul is fucking... You know, I don't have to tell you guys. You guys know. Mike Tyson is the A++++ side of that thing. And he was right. Jake Paul couldn't do shit to him.
Which is funny because Jake Paul, since the fight, so obviously he won and now he feels like he's incredible and on top of the world, I'm sure. And he has been going around since the fight and like challenging all these like legit fighters that have been in it for years and years, have belts and they're champions, all this stuff. This fighter, I guess, kind of offered him a shot at his championship. And then Jake Paul's response was, just seen this top 5 pound for pound fighter in the world calling me out, ha ha ha. 4 years in and I run this sport. It's just like very, I don't know, a little too confident coming from the it's everyday bro, like Disney Channel reject. I don't know, it's a bit much. Yeah, here he's saying me and Mike Tyson broke every viewership record in boxing since the GOAT Muhammad Ali. Wow, Paul Tyson. Which, I mean, it's probably true. It was a big deal, this fight. Mostly because people wanted to watch him get beat up, I think. But I think that this is the biggest thing that people need to be talking about, especially Jake Paul. This is a headline that says Mike Tyson didn't lose to an elite boxer in Jake Paul. He lost because he's 58, which like is true. He didn't lose because of how good Jake Paul is. He lost because of how old he is. It just like wasn't a fair matchup, obviously. Like, I don't know, the whole thing is crazy. But putting the drama of it all aside, Mike Tyson did tweet out after the fight and he said, this is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in ring one last time. He also said, I almost died in June, had 8 blood transfusions, lost half my blood, and 25 pounds in hospital, had to fight to get healthy, which I don't think anybody like knew about that news. And he said, to have my children see me stand toe to toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you. So this is obviously like a pretty respectable response after the fight compared to like Jake Paul being like, look at all these records we smashed. I run the sport. Like, I don't know. It's just like not a good look, I feel like. And aside from the whole Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, a lot of people were talking about this fight between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, which this fight was crazy. Like, I literally can't believe that these people just fight each other like this with their, well, I was gonna say bare hands, but they have gloves on. You know what I mean though? It's like crazy. And Amanda Serrano got this huge cut on her eyebrow, so she was just like pouring blood. Like, it's insane. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this. I might have to blur it. But this person's saying, we can all agree that this was 100 times better than Tyson versus Paul. And many people thought that that was like the fight of the night. And it was very good. It was crazy to watch. And speaking of the ladies of the night, that sounds bad, but people were also talking a lot about the ring girls. So they were gaining a lot of attention, and you can probably see why. A lot of people are saying that like they also kind of like saved the night and like they were just watching for them, blah blah blah. Especially this one girl whose name is Sydney Thomas, and I'm sure you can see why she attracted the attention of so many adult males. But anyway, moving on. Since we're on the topic of adult males, this feels like a good time to talk about an example of an adult man that has zero self-control. So this is not new. This didn't just happen, but this clip was floating around recently. So this is Selena Gomez and Taylor Lautner announcing, I think, an MTV Music Award. And so they're announcing the winner. Now let me just play the clip and then I'll give you more context.
For Best New Artist goes to...
Tyler, the Creator.
So the reason why this is so awkward is because this happened after Tyler, the Creator, made some very inappropriate statements publicly, like online on the internet, towards Selena Gomez, and then she had to like call out his name after he won the award. And someone did post the tweets, and they also mentioned that she was 18 when this happened, which makes this whole thing so much worse. But yeah, here are some of the things he said, which like it's just disgusting and unbelievable that he would even like feel like this is okay. So you can understand why her face was like this when she saw his name and realized she had to call it out. It's just super awkward. And he even took it a step further by talking about her in an interview a few years later that she doesn't like him. So let me play the full clip for you.
Yo, there's no hot singers out there that you would like to...
Not at all. I'm going to keep it honest. I will Selena Gomez like it's no tomorrow.
You should.
Nah, we don't really get along.
Make it
She
right.
don't like me.
Make it right, brother.
No, we don't like each other.
Really?
Because dude, like, kicking it with Justin, like that's my homie.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
She
like,
always be mean mugging me.
right.
You see how he blames it on Justin? The fact that he hangs out with Justin Bieber, and that's the reason why she doesn't like him? Like, be for real right now. Also, what is this? Like, I think this is like a radio show, power106.com. Like, I don't know what this is, but why are they even asking him this question? Like, this is so stupid. Oh my goodness. It just like makes me mad. So yeah, this is the boy or man in question. I don't know if you can call him a man, but now let's go back to this moment. So you can see like, she's like, oh great. And let's look at some of the comments because I saw some people saying, well, first of all, this one says how she ran away says everything. And yeah, if you watch it in slow motion, you can literally see her like scurry out of there. She wants no part of this, which is completely reasonable. Yeah, she wants to get out of there so bad. I don't blame her. This one says I would have refused to say his name. She's better than me. But I don't think you could just like refuse to say his name. Like that's the kind of the thing I wanted to talk about. Along with this one, it was kind of evil. Taylor Lautner had her say his name, like read the room, bro. I don't think that's fair because they're up there together, and like I'm sure, I've never been in this situation, but I'm sure the way it works with these like award shows when they have celebrities announce the names, I'm sure they have a system of like, hey, you're gonna say the first part and then you're gonna announce the name, you know? So she can't just be like, I'm not gonna say it, like make him say it, and then she's just up there for nothing. Like, it doesn't really work like that. So she kind of had to say his name. This person's even like, he probably didn't know because not everyone knows everything. I don't even know if it was that he like didn't know. Again, they just have like the system they have to go by. But I did think it was funny that he looked at it and was like, oh, there you go. So I was like, maybe what happened was they had like talked about it backstage or something, and she was like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be so awkward if like it's him that wins and I have to say his name. I could see something like that happening because it is weird that he was like, oh, there you go. Like that's it's kind of a weird thing to say when you see the name. Either way, very awkward moment. That was definitely an awkward moment. She handled it with a lot of grace given the circumstances. Yeah, she definitely did handle it with grace. And yeah, some guys just don't have any brain cells, and that is a perfect segue into the next clip because speaking of guys who don't have any brain cells, you guys may have heard that Zach Bryan and Briana Chicken Fry recently broke up, and it feels weird to me to like talk about people's relationships when I don't know them personally, but the thing that's crazy about their relationship in this story is that she was offered a $12 million payout, basically in the form of an NDA, so she wouldn't be allowed to like talk about anything that happened between them. And people are like, wait, $12 million? Like, what happened? But the thing that's even crazier is that she turned it down. So it's like, okay, first of all, what is he trying to hide? And second of all, that's kind of crazy that she turned down $12 million. Like, that's a pretty big deal. So this whole story is like kind of insane, but here's a little bit more context about like this whole thing.
Briana was offered basically a payout to sign an NDA to not talk about the breakup, things that happened, and it's a shit ton. $12 million is what it ended up being. And I was going back and forth with her a lot.
Me and Dave even texted and it was like, we can't tell Brie not to.
Turning down $12 million is
crazy.
So for context, these two guys are Dave Portnoy and Josh Richards, who do a podcast with Briana. And so that gives you some context as to why they know so much about the story and like how they're like talking about how they were like saying they can't tell her not to and all this stuff. But this is what she said about like why she didn't take the money.
I'm gonna get all these millions and just to have a backyard to sit in and thank Zach for. Like, it was never about the money. I was with the dude because I loved the dude. Like, everything glamorous, rich, or cool about him was the shit that I hated about him, or I hated being with him for.
So yeah, she's basically like, what am I gonna do with all this money that I would just have to like thank him for? It is kind of like an awkward situation, but the thing that makes it crazy is how much money it is. Like $12 million. If it was like 1 million or 2 million, that is still like life-changing money, but it's not as crazy as like 12 million. Like, what did Zach Bryan really do? Like, I'm curious. For $12 million, I can only assume Zach Bryan confessed to several murders over the course of the relationship. I mean, really, like, what possibly could he have done to offer the person that he was in a relationship with $12 million to not talk about anything that happened between them? Like, it really is a crazy situation, and there's so much more to this story, so let me know if you guys would enjoy it, like a full deep dive on this whole story. Again, I feel kind of awkward like talking about people's relationships when I don't know them personally. Like, none of us really know the intimate details because that's between them. So it feels a little awkward to me, but like, it's such a crazy story that I would be willing to talk about it if you guys are willing to watch it. So let me know, comment down below. And the next video is a clip of someone having a manic episode. So this person tweeted this video captioned, "Manic episodes look like so much fun from this distance." Let's just play the clip. This is crazy. So you can see this woman coming out of the back of a police car, and she's barefoot. I'm not really sure why, but she's like smiling, like looks like she's having the time of her life. Meanwhile, she's being detained right now. Like, I don't know why she's so happy. She's like dancing, but then the video is showing moments before. So she's flying through a parking lot, like going way too fast. The cops are chasing her. She pulls in to one of the like lanes and the cops stop behind her. She's like backing up into them. She hits this car that's in front of her that's just like an innocent bystander, hits them, backs up, hits the police cars again. Like, this woman is crazy. Drives away, goes like over a curb. Like, this is mania, literally. But she's just like vibing. Like, she has her hand out through the sunroof. She's just like having the time of her life. And then it cuts to this clip of her being arrested. So I don't know. I mean, the caption says it's a manic episode. Who knows? She could be under the influence of something. Maybe it's just a great day. Who knows? But yeah, that's just what the internet has served us for this video. Now that we all know that there are consequences to your actions, let's take a look at a quick lesson in cause and effect. I just thought this was hilarious and just needed to be shared. So this person who goes by Barbie shared these screenshots of her conversation with someone named Noah. Clearly just like super inappropriate messages. He's calling her dysgenic communist, says, "Bet you have a great relationship with your father, your body, my choice." Like, just clearly a great person, you know. But let's take a look at his bio because this is like perfect. Like, literally couldn't have faked this better myself. He has Christ is King. Like, what? And then he has the little cross emoji beside his name. He has at U of T, which is University of Toronto, which we'll talk more about in a second. And he also has shadow banned DM for my alt. Like, what a joke. So what she does, this person named Barbie, she takes a screenshot of these messages that this Noah person sent to her and DMs them to the University of Toronto on Instagram. This is literally genius. Like, I don't even know if I would ever think to do something like this. She's like, okay, I just like got these messages, just wanted to like let you guys know this student by the name of Noah is sending these like really inappropriate messages, and this like behavior is probably not acceptable by you guys. And then she also posted this under the initial tweet. She said the emails are public, Noah, so I'd be careful. And she even shows like a couple of pictures. This looks like a screenshot of the Faculty of Computer Science. So I don't know like if one of these pictures is a picture of him, but basically she's saying like it's not hard to like figure out who you are for people. So like just warning you, especially when he puts U of T in his bio, like she literally knew exactly where to go. Crazy. And then the next tweet that she wrote says, we love a change in tone. So it's like, okay, clearly something changed, and only an hour difference between these tweets. I don't know if this was happening in real time, but there's been a change in tone. So let's see what he said. I'm honestly really sorry. I don't know why I typed these comments out. That's not who I am as a person. None of it was true. I was just being needlessly callous. Yeah, so that's what she says. We love a change in tone. He just like immediately changed his entire demeanor and comments and says that's not the person he is. Maybe he just like wasn't on his Christ is King game that day. I don't know, but I just think that's so funny, and like what a way to call someone out on their BS. I'm gonna send this to the school that you go to and like embarrass you. And I would also love to find out, because she doesn't specify, if he found out like from her posting about this and like sharing his messages, or if he found out like from them being like, what are you doing? We got this message from this person, shared your messages with us. Like, what are you doing? I would love to know like how that went down, like how he found out and why he immediately changed his tone. But yeah, that's why you think twice about the things you say to people and make sure that you really want to say those things. Cause and effect. Gotta love it. And next, oh, looks like we have some more breaking news. Let's see what it is this time. Oh, it's just Ariana Grande in New York in a coat, a nasty coat, apparently. And okay, for the record, that is a $1,200 coat. I had to look it up because I was curious. So it has a nasty price tag to go with it, if you were wondering. But okay, to be honest, when I saw this picture of her in this coat, I was like, oh yeah, that's a nice coat. Like I literally thought that the person who wrote this was saying like nasty in a good way. Like I thought they were like, oh, this is such a nice coat. But then I dug a little deeper and realized that people were actually like clowning her pretty bad about this coat and like her whole look, which I guess some people were saying like it's not necessarily the coat itself, it's just like her overall look, like the whole orangey blonde hair with the like muted washed out makeup, and then with this like pale pink that everyone's just like sick of seeing. So here's some of the comments. To be honest, I feel like the makeup just lends to really poor styling. The tiny brows and stark light mattes make for a pretty severe face, and these light pink shades and dainty silhouettes demand something a bit softer in my opinion. Plus the bronzer clashes with the blonde of her hair. I think these colors can be pulled off, but her makeup artist is the real problem here. I'm sorry if this is irrelevant. I just think the problem isn't even the clothes, it's the way she's being styled. And it says 600 upvotes. Like clearly people are in agreement here. This person said, agreed, I think the coat is pretty, and the claims that she looks washed out is mostly caused by the atrocious hair and makeup. Like imagine this outfit with bouncy brunette curls and soft glowy makeup. The makeup artist has been fumbling pretty hard. Oof. If her hair was a different shade of blonde, this wouldn't look as bad. Ooh, I feel bad for that makeup artist. Hopefully she doesn't see these. And then to the point of it being just that people are sick of this pink that she's been wearing. This is what some people are saying. I can't wait to see Ariana in something besides that muted shade of pink that washes her out so badly. Even Cynthia Erivo gave the green a break. This press tour has been the worst method dressing, and it just keeps going. Ugh. Which, I mean, they're not wrong. It does feel like this press tour and like their whole like Ariana in pink, Cynthia in green, like it just keeps going. And every single interview they're like in the same outfit and the same, like they're just trying to hold up this vibe until the movie comes out, which feels like it should have been out like 2 years ago at this point. Like I don't understand. So people are just tired of it. Couldn't she have switched between different shades of pink at least if they really wanted to stick to the theme? I don't understand all of it too. I mean, obviously all of this took a lot of planning that involved a team, right? No one even said anything. I think it's all because of Glinda's original pink dress. So yeah, a lot of negative comments on this picture of Ariana. I gotta be honest, she's probably so tired of just people always having something to say. And I'm not even a fan of hers, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. Like, first of all, do you like the coat? Am I crazy for thinking it's a nice coat? And what do you think? Does it wash her out? Is her makeup horrible? Is her makeup artist failing her? Are you tired of the wicked promotion and like method dressing and looks? Let us know. Leave a comment. And this next clip is, there's not even a real way to segue into this because I've never seen anything like this in my life, but this is a video of some bartender pouring beers, if you can call it that, and I don't know what she's doing. Let's just watch this clip.
They're on lane 16, not lane 2 anymore. Okay.
I'm wearing shoes.
I love how he's just like, cheers, mate. And she's like, you're welcome. As if she didn't just annihilate that drink. Like, what is she doing? She's pushing all of the foam onto the side where you have to hold it, and then they're gonna drink it and it's gonna spill everywhere and like get all over their hand. Like, it makes no sense to me. I do not understand the method or the logic. And like, did they ask her to do it like this? Like, I don't know. They seem like they're like, thank you, like, this is great. Cheers. And she's just like, yeah, no problem. Like, I don't understand this. It's so crazy. This person said, shut the entire bar down. Yeah, I agree. And look at this, 36 million views, 81,000 likes. So yeah, we all agree this is crazy. This one is my favorite. Miko and Guinness to report this. Oh, it's so good. Throw the whole kitchen away. Okay, so yeah, clearly we're all in agreement that this is insane. After I saw that, I actually scrolled through the comments because I needed to know what people were saying, and I found this video of a bartender like showing the proper way to pour a beer, and I was like, bet, like, let's see how do you properly pour a beer. So we're gonna watch this together.
You've been pouring beer the wrong way. I'm gonna show you how to pour beer the right way. So this is how I used to pour beer, and a majority of people to this day do pour beer. They pour it down the side and they slowly let it fill up, so that way it doesn't foam at all, and it pours what looks like a perfect beer. And you're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I don't have to deal with any foam.
Okay, and this is where I was immediately interested, because I do this even with like soda or pop, because in Canada. So I was like, oh, I've been doing that wrong. What is he about to expose to me now? But let's keep watching.
No worries. This is how I did it too, but it's wrong. I'm telling you it's wrong. This is really how you're supposed to pour beer. And I'm gonna explain why in a second. Let's let it foam up a little. You gotta let it settle. Now let me show you why you wanna pour it this way. This is what's happening to your stomach when you pour it like that. So obviously, you're gonna feel bloated after. You're not gonna be able to drink as many beers. Look at when I do this. No foam over. Same amount of stirring pressure. I'm even doing more stirring. You'll feel way better drinking these beers all day over these beers, I promise you. Follow for more tips and tricks on drinking.
So I'm shocked right now. I mean, it makes perfect sense when he explains it that way, but I would have never thought that. And so this, whatever she's doing here, just makes no sense. Like, unless they specifically asked her to like pour it normally and then like still scrape off as much foam as possible, and they were like, it's fine if it gets all over the side, like, we don't mind. That's the only way that I can like make this make sense in my mind, but I don't know. Also, I would love to know if this is the same rule for like drinking pop or soda. I literally like pour it like that, like on the side. Like, if I get a fountain drink, I'll like do it on an angle. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh, then it's not as like fizzy and it won't make me like have to burp and stuff. And like make me as bloated. So I'm like, wait, what? Have I been doing this wrong my whole life? Like, I don't know. I would love to know if it's the same rule, because I don't really drink beer. But yeah, learn something new every day, you know? Okay, here's another clip that I just didn't know how to like segue into, but I needed someone to talk about this with. It says, why don't tattoo artists ever say no? And I mean, you can already kind of see what's going on here, but let's just watch it. Yeah, so she's tattooing an entire cross on his back, just fully shaded in. And see, the thing that's crazy about tattoos is that all you have to do is be able to pay for it and be over 18, and you can get something like this. You too can get something like this on your back. It's just crazy. And it's like, it's kind of a good question. Like, why don't tattoo artists ever say no? This person has an answer for us. They said, most likely because of money. As long as you pay them, why should they care what a person wants on their body? Which, I mean, it's a fair point. But I just think, like, don't you care about your portfolio? Like, you don't have to care what they want on their body, but you can care what you tattoo on someone's body. You know what I'm saying? You get it. And then there's also a meme on this one that says, rappers today be looking like a desk in detention. I don't know how people think of these. POV or a tattoo artist, yeah, literally, they're like raking in the money because they're tattooing giant shaded in crosses on people's backs. Like, what a world. Okay, now I feel like I should say POV or the Prime Minister of Canada, because we're about to watch a clip of Justin Trudeau that I wish didn't exist or was fake or something. Like, I wish this was AI and we could just be like, imagine if he actually said that. But unfortunately, it's real. It's very real, and it makes me embarrassed to be Canadian. And it's not a new clip. This happened years ago, but I recently saw it floating around again, and I was like, okay, we have to watch it. So let's watch it.
And what do you and your family do to cut back on plastics?
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of when we have water bottles out of a plastic, away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles sort of things.
And I love this. Someone was nice enough to illustrate this for us. Paper like drink box, water bottle sort of thing. I'm sorry, what are you saying? I cannot believe that that's a real person. And he is the leader of our country. It's insane. It's so embarrassing for Canadians. I can't wait till he's gone. But anyway, let's move on. That's enough of that clip. This next clip, I don't even know how to segue into this or what to say about this, but this is an insane situation. Like, this is just straight up insane. I'm just gonna play the clip and watch together.
My husband slept with my sister so that we could have a baby. First, in background, I have an identical twin sister and I have fertility problems. She does not. My husband and I have been struggling to have a baby for the last 6.5 years. Without telling me, my sister and my husband decided to sleep together to get pregnant and surprise me that they are having a baby. And my sister wants me to have this baby and raise her baby after she slept with my husband. And he says that it's fine because it's like a surrogacy and it's the same thing, and like genetically it's my baby. My sister says it's no big deal, that she's happy to do it for me. This is not the same as surrogacy. This is not.
Yeah, girl, I agree. This is definitely not the same as surrogacy. There are ways to do this the right way, but this is not the right way.
This is not the same as my egg going inside her and doing a fertility treatment. She slept with my husband. And my husband says that it's not cheating because it's basically the same lady parts, because we're genetically the same. So it's the same lady parts is what he says. Therefore, it's not cheating.
How possibly can you do this and think that it's okay? Not only did they think it was okay, they're like, no, look, this is perfect. Like, we're doing you a favor. This is what we wanted. Like, this is perfect for everyone. Like, what? Are you insane? The answer is yes, they are insane. Clearly. Because who does it? Who does this? And I'll be honest, I don't know if this is a real video. She could have made this story up. But if it is, I feel so bad for this woman. That is the craziest story I've ever heard. The craziest story. Sounded like Trump there. Let's look at some of the comments. Husband trying to gaslight his wife into being grateful he cheated with her sister. What a move. Yeah, literally. He's like, this is what you wanted, honey. Like, what's the problem? Can't even imagine. You need a new husband and a new twin sister. Yeah, literally. 100% agree. I think they first slept together, but he got her pregnant by mistake and then making weird excuses for it. Big red flag. Run as fast as you can from both. I don't know about that. I feel like that would make it even worse. If this can even get worse, who knows what they thought. But either way, this is so messed up on so many levels. And this last one says that's cheating, gaslighting, it's finest. They're doing it for you. That's the craziest part. And then the sister being like, no, I don't mind. Like, I want you to raise my baby. Like, it's for you. Just like, so crazy. So yeah, I would be immediately getting divorced and immediately unsistering the person that slept with my husband, because that is insanity. It's just insanity. Hey, so this is insane. That's how I feel. And we're gonna finish off with something a little lighter, because I feel like that was a lot of like craziness. But this last story I have for you kind of feels like a continuation of my last video, where we talked about, I don't know if you saw it, but we talked about the Timothée Chalamet Lookalike competition in New York. They had a 6-foot-tall trophy for the winner and a giant $50 check. And Timothée Chalamet himself even showed up, so it was like this crazy event. But guess what? They now had, just a few days ago, a Zayn Malik Lookalike competition, also in New York. And I don't think this was set up by the same like creator. The creator who did it last time was Anthpo, who like kind of has a reputation of doing these like crazy public bits, if you can call them that. I like to call them social experiments, because that's what it feels like. So these people kind of like stole his idea, I guess, but it's still funny. So here you can see some of the guys that showed up. These two guys in particular, I guess, were getting a lot of attention, especially this one guy. This person said, looks nothing like Zayn, but he won ... the chance to get my number. And then someone reposted that and said, the Zayn Malik Lookalike contest was just a hot brown guy contest, and I'm not mad about it. That's why I feel like these are just like social experiments, because people are like, I don't know, it's just so interesting to see like how people react to it and how they're just like so excited to be part of it. It's just like so interesting. I love it though. And these were the 3 like top contenders, but this guy on the right ended up winning the competition. So he won this little trophy that he's holding up, and I think a gold medal. And then there's also this interview clip of him after he won. So here's what he had to say.
I've been waiting for this day since high school, so...
What's your favorite One Direction song?
So unserious. But then this person recording asked, what's your favorite One Direction song?
One Direction song.
Oh my god, how can you choose? But I like Pillow Talk by Zayn and Malik.
Okay.
He almost got busted for like not knowing a single One Direction song. Meanwhile, Zayn is part of One Direction that is the person they're competing to look like, but kind of saved himself by saying a song by Zayn. And if you're wondering, the winner of this competition also got a free tattoo, which again, this is just like great marketing. It's kind of genius. Again, this person kind of stole, or whoever did this event kind of stole the original creators' idea, but I mean, it still worked. They still did it and set it up and did all the work, so gotta hand it to them. And yeah, this guy, I guess, won a free tattoo, whether he wants it or not. It's kind of random. It's a random thing to just like give away, but yeah, kind of interesting. And okay, I actually wasn't gonna include this last clip, but let's just throw it in just for fun. One last little fun clip. I just think this is so random and funny. And when I tell you, I knew exactly where they were going with this from the moment I started watching it, but I still watched the whole thing just because it's so funny. Like, who thinks of this? Even though I knew where they were going with this, I still don't know how people think of things like this. But anyway, I think that's all I have for you guys, so I guess we will end it here. I feel like this video is going to be so long, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want more videos like this. It's kind of like a different style, a bit longer, a bit more like, we're kind of going all over the place in this video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Definitely leave a comment if you did. Let us know your thoughts. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here.